It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo parade for 5. What big teeth the hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
Thank you and welcome to the Science Bowl, the science quiz program here in the Prince George's schools where we test science IQs among elementary and middle school students, and we invite you to play along, test your own science IQ today. We have two great teams here today. Let's meet them. First, from Bladensburg Elementary School, would you please say hello to Taj? Hey Taj, wave to everybody at home if you would. All of the members of the Bladensburg team, they're wearing matching shirts here today. Salome, nice to have you here today. She's the captain of the team. And Olamide, nice to have him here with us as well. They're playing against Laurel Elementary School. Let's say hello to Dalen. Hey Dalen, good to have you on the show today. And Aiden is the captain. Aiden is with us. And Jason, nice to have you here for the very first time. All right, here on the Science Bowl, we have categories of questions in 6 different categories. Let's tell you about those categories right now.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing and digesting your food. Let's get physical. Questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's science potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
And here on the Science Bowl, we arrange our game board according to question difficulty, with the easier questions worth 5 and 10 points. Tougher ones worth 15, 20, 25. That's the toughest question of them all. Both of our teams start out at 50 points. No penalties ever for incorrect answers. At the end of the 2 rounds today, one of these 2 good-looking teams will come back to play Longfields for the chance to move on in this year's elementary school competition. A lot at stake here today. Let's make sure everything's working properly. Let's go over and test those buzzers. The red team, Salome, would you try your buzzer? It looks good. It sounds good. Good luck to that Bladensburg team. Laurel, how about yours, Aiden? Green. Looking good, sounding good. Are you guys ready to play? Let's do it. May the better team win, and congratulations for being here representing your schools, your elite students already. We go alphabetically B before L, so Bladensburg and Salome, let's play the bowl. Go.
Dateline for 15 points.
Dateline for 15 points to start our game. Here it is. The huge underwater volcanic eruption in the Pacific Ocean earlier this year created some of these kinds of waves that were the size of the Statue of Liberty. Laurel.
Tsunami?
Tsunamis, absolutely right. Very destructive, very destructive. Got first blood here, got the first points, go green. Aiden.
Let's get physical for 5.
Physical for 5 points. It was the astronomer Copernicus who finally figured out that it wasn't the Earth at the center of our solar system, it was this star. Bladensburg.
The sun.
The sun, absolutely. How could people not have realized it? But back then they did not. They thought we were the be-all, end-all. Go red.
Science potpourri for 10.
Science potpourri for 10 points. Teams, your question is as follows. When ancient Egyptians mummified people and animals, they removed the body organs, they dried out the bodies, and then they rubbed them with this substance whose chemical... Yes, Bladensburg.
Alcohol. Rubbing alcohol?
Not alcohol. Good try. I'll repeat for Laurel. When Egyptians mummified people and animals, they removed all the body organs, they dried out the bodies, then they rubbed them with this substance whose chemical formula is capital N, small a, capital C, small l, NaCl. What is that? That's salt. They rub them with salt, sodium chloride. Go again, please, red.
Dateline for 10, please.
Dateline for 10. Question is as follows. President Biden recently renewed his war on this deadly disease that kills almost as many Americans as heart disease. Bladensburg.
COVID?
Not COVID. Good try. Laurel.
I'm gonna pass it to Jason.
Yes, again, the president renewed his war on this deadly disease that kills almost as many Americans as heart disease. What did you want to say, Jason?
The flu?
No, cancer. Cancer was the right answer there. Let's try again, please. Red. We'll go back to Salome.
Let's get physical for 15 points.
Physical for 15 points. Multiple choice question. Snow globes are really cool. I always loved them. Homemade snow globes are actually easy to make. All you need is some glycerin, a substance that flows very slowly because, like ketchup, it has which of these? High volatility, viscosity, or vulnerability? Laurel.
Pass it to Jason.
Jason, nice and loud so I can hear you.
Viscosity?
Viscosity is absolutely right. Good answer. Good. Go. Green.
Zoo Parade for 10.
Zoo Parade for 10 points. The title of a new live-action animated movie based on a famous children's book is a reptilian rhyme. It's not, "See you later, alligator," but rather, "Lyle, Lyle, what?" Laurel?
Pass it to Dalen.
Dalen?
Lyle, Lyle, crocodile.
Lyle, Lyle, crocodile is absolutely right. Good. She almost jumped out of her seat over there. I like to see that enthusiasm. Thanks, Dalen. All right, you're up to 90 points. Go again. Aiden.
Green things for 10.
Green things for 10 points. Trees that provide shade and shelter from the wind and protection for smaller trees are called these kinds of trees, named after these usually white uniformed women and men who take care of people in hospitals. Bladensburg.
Doctors.
Pass it to Taj.
Taj?
Doctors.
Not doctors, no. Laurel?
Nurses.
Nurses. They're known as nurse trees. Yeah, good comeback there. Nice try, Taj. Go, Laurel.
Body systems for 5.
Body systems for 5 points. Before going on stage, or before you walked out here onto the Science Bowl set, people will not wish you good luck. That's considered bad luck. They might have said, "Go break one of these bones." Bladensburg.
Wishbones?
No, not a wishbone. Laurel,
Pass it to
when you're an
David.
actor, you never say good luck. You say, "Go break a what bone?"
I'll pass it to Dalen. Go break a leg.
Break a leg. That's right, break a leg. Yeah, just the opposite of what you might expect. But that's what they say in showbiz. All right, go again, Green.
Zoo Parade for 5.
Zoo Parade for 5 points. Among the many famous fictional animals are Peppa the pig, Tony the tiger, and Curious George, who's one of these. Bladensburg.
The monkey?
He's a monkey, Curious George. He was curious, absolutely right. All right, you need some more points. Let's go. Good start there. Red.
Dayline science for 20.
Dateline Science for 20 points. Here's your question, teams. Because it keeps out moisture and helps keep a dead body preserved for a longer time, this chemical element with the symbol capital P, small b, was used to line Queen Elizabeth's coffin back in September. You may ring in. The buzzer is indicating that the first round is over. Capital P, small b is lead. It was a lead-lined coffin. The buzzer is rung. We've come to the first round. Bladensburg has 60. Laurel is at 105. And straight ahead, we'll talk to our students a bit about themselves and their schools and get to the second round. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the second half of Science Bowl. Before we ask any more science questions, a few personal ones of our 6 outstanding players. Let's find out about them and their schools. Let's go over to Bladensburg, and we have a couple returning players here. Salome, nice to have you guys back. You and Alameda were here when we were on Zoom. Nice to have you in the studio here today. Taj, nice to have you here for the very first time. Salome, tell us a little bit about your school. Who is your principal?
Our principal is Dr. Williams.
Absolutely. I think she's here today with you, is she not?
Yes.
Yeah, she's just terrific. We were there at your school not too long ago with the book vending machine and the tokens you got to receive. And it's really a unique asset, a resource for all you guys. Who's the coach of your team?
Dr. Denga.
Dr. Deggy, this is her first year as a coach, and I know she's all in. She's really got a lot of energy, and I like all those matching shirts you've got on there. Any alternates on your team?
Yes, we have Ricardo and Gianna.
We'll bring them out in just a few moments here. Tell me a little bit about Bladensburg. I already told you about the vending machine. What's something else that's neat about your school that you want the audience to know?
They have a lot of after-school programs.
Yeah, like what?
Like the art program, we have band and we have instrumental.
Wow. Do you play any instrument yourself?
No.
No. Well, you're doing yeoman's work here by being on the Bladensburg Science Bowl team, which is a nice activity to offer. Let me ask you before I leave you, what do you want to do when you get older? Have you thought about that?
Yes, I want to be a pediatrician.
Pediatrician. So you like children, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, I can see you're a very empathetic young lady there. Good luck in the second half here. Nice to have you back. Alamedi, nice to have you back again. You want to be a doctor someday?
Yes.
You were telling me? What got you interested in medicine?
I just really like what doctors do, and I really want to like make the world a better place.
Absolutely right. And you know, there are doctors, there are flying doctors that go in, there are doctors that go in and perform operations free of charge to repair cleft lips and to repair cataracts. You can transform a person's life with something that in this country is very simple, but overseas is just not available. What do you do in your spare time on the meeting?
In my spare time, I just read books, and sometimes, not often, but I play games.
Very nice. I can tell you're a reader. You know, readers do really well on this program. Taj, why'd you want to be on the Science Bowl?
Well, a couple of my older friends were on Science Bowl a few years ago, and after seeing that, I thought it would be an interesting opportunity for me to get more involved with science.
Yeah, we're glad you're here. And what do you want to do? Would you like to do something related to science when you get older, or something else?
I feel like I would do something else because while science is a very interesting topic, it's not something I feel like I would be able to go higher.
You know, your heart has to be in it. You have to have a passion for something. But we're glad you're here today, and you're obviously a good science student. Let's go over to Laurel. Aiden, nice to have you guys here today. Tell us about Laurel Elementary. Who's your principal?
Miss Lee.
Miss Lee, absolutely. And she has been there for a number of years. And who's your coach?
Miss Dunham.
Absolutely, and has done a great job here bringing the team together. And I know you guys have practiced. And tell me, have any alternates on your team?
We have Darren is our alternate.
Wonderful. And Darren's out there watching and cheering for you, even though we can't hear him here. He's down the hall there in the green room. Something about Laurel that you like to brag about?
We used to have clubs like origami club, and we used to have what else?
You know, clubs are making a comeback now because, you know, we weren't in school for so long. You know, we're trying to reboot as we come back together. Were you going to add something else, Aiden? That's all right. Tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you want to do someday?
I want to become a police officer or a boxer someday.
Yeah, you were telling me about that. So, tough person. Yeah, and police officers have to be tough, not just physically, but emotionally today. Yeah, good luck with that. Nice to have you. You're a good captain. Dayla, nice to have you with us today. You know a couple of these answers already, so you're a good science. How do you know so much science? Do you read a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell you're a good reader. What do you like to do in your spare time if you're not reading and studying? You told me that before that you want to be a chef someday, yeah?
Yeah.
So, did you make something at some point and someone said, boy, was that good? Is that what triggered it?
Yeah.
What did you make?
I made it's like a taco, but it has egg and cheese in it.
Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds very good, yeah. Would you like to have a restaurant of your own one day?
Yes.
Yeah, well, good luck in that. Yeah, we'll patronize your restaurant. Jason, nice to have you here. First time on the show. Jason, why'd you want to do this?
Because I take a lot of risks in science, and well, you know, I don't really know.
Yeah, hey, those are good reasons. We like having you here today. What are you thinking about for your future?
Being a doctor.
Being a doctor. What kind of doctor? Have you thought any kind? Maybe a surgeon, or we have a pediatrician possibly over here with Salome. Have you thought about that?
A surgeon.
Yeah, you've got a lot of time to hone that decision. All right, let's get back into the game. 105 for Laurel, 60 for Bladensburg. Last correct answer came from the red team, so Salome, lots of points to give away. Let's go.
Dateline Science for 25.
Dateline Science for?
25.
25. The big one in that category is as follows. Here we go. All right. This scientist who invented the parachute famously said, and I quote, "When once you have tasted flight, you will forever walk the earth with your eyes turned skyward. For there you have been, and there you will always long to return." This scientist was also a great artist, famed for painting the Mona Lisa. Bladensburg.
Pass it to Olamide.
Olamide.
Leonardo da Vinci.
Leonardo da Vinci gets you 25 points. Yes, indeed. Good answer. You're back in the game. Go. Red.
Let's get physical for 25.
Physical for 25. All right. A storm that gets an EF rating, which stands for Enhanced Fujita, is one of these storms that form with little warning and occur frequently in, yes, Bladensburg.
Tropical storms?
Not tropical storm. Good try. Laurel, a storm that gets an EF rating, which stands for Enhanced Fujita, is one of these storms that form with little warning and occur frequently in the Midwest.
I'll pass it to Jason.
Jason.
Thunderstorms?
Not a thunderstorm. A tornado. We're looking for a tornado, a twister, like in The Wizard of Oz, an EF rating there. No points. We'll try again. We'll go back to red. 85 to 105. Still a close game. Red, go.
Science potpourri for 20.
Science potpourri for 20. Very good. Here's your question. All right. Incidentally, the answer to this question, it is a multiple choice question, is not Jurassic. So let me finish the question. The 6 teenagers outrunning dinosaurs on a TV show are staying at a camp named for what geologic period that saw the last of the dinosaurs and followed the Jurassic? Is it the Triassic, the Cretaceous, or the Permian? Laurel.
I'll pass it to Jason.
Nice and loud, Jason.
Cretaceous?
Cretaceous is right.
Yes.
Absolutely right. Good. You got those 20 points. Good answer. Good. Go green.
Physical for 10.
Physical for 10 points. Your question. Try this if you haven't. Since chicken bones, like all bones, contain calcium carbonate, if you put them in a jar with this weak acid that we often use as a salad dressing, the bones will turn rubbery. Laurel.
Ranch.
Say it again.
Ranch.
What is he saying? Ranch. No. I want the name of the weak acid that we often use as a salad dressing that will turn chicken bones rubbery if you put them in a glass of it. Vinegar. Vinegar, like oil and vinegar. If you put chicken bones in vinegar, after a while, they get all mushy and rubbery. Try it. It's a neat experiment. All right, go again, please. Green.
Green things for 15.
Green things for 15 points. The eyes on a potato cannot see, but they are the spots where these begin to grow. Aiden.
Other potatoes?
No, we're looking for something specific to the potato there. Bladensburg, the eyes on the potato. Those are spots where these begin to grow.
Stems?
Stems, absolutely right. Stems or sprouts we would have taken. Good. Red.
Body systems for 15 points.
Body systems, 15. Let's look at a picture. It's a visual question. Look at the monitor in the studio, please. Even though they wear a mouth guard, hockey players still often lose these front teeth. Bladensburg. Yes, ma'am.
Molars?
Not molars. Nope. Laurel, there you're looking at that guy. He's lost them. He's a hockey player. What teeth are missing?
Sorry?
They're called incisors. Incisor. Your 2 front teeth, you have incisors on the bottom too. Try again, red.
Body systems for 20 points.
Body systems for 20. All right. It's a 2-part answer. I'm going to give you 2 chemical symbols. You're going to have to identify what the names of these chemicals are. To prevent the formation of kidney stones, doctors advise you to eat foods like almonds, salmon, bananas, avocados, because those foods are rich in 2 chemicals. One has the symbol capital C, small a. The other one is the letter K. Name them both.
Pass it to
Laurel.
Jason.
Nice and loud if Jason's going to talk to me. Ca, capital C, small a, and the other chemical is the letter K. Did you ring in with an idea?
Calcium and
Good try. Good try. Bladensburg, can you give me capital C, small a, and the capital K, two chemicals that can, in your diet, help prevent kidney stones?
Calcium and potassium.
That's it. Calcium and potassium. That was the K. Good comeback. Good. Go. We have a score almost tied. 120, 125. Go red.
Body systems for 25.
Body systems for 25 points. Big one in that category. Team's a multiple choice question. Would an anticoagulant stop you from getting heartburn, relieve your constipation, or stop your bleeding? Bladensburg. Salome, your answer, please.
Can you pass the Taj?
Taj, nice and loud.
To decrease heartburn.
Not heartburn, no. Laurel, would an anticoagulant relieve your heartburn, relieve your constipation, or stop your bleeding? Aiden.
Pass it to Jason.
Come on, Jason.
constipation.
Nope. Stop your bleeding. Anticoagulate is when you form clots. No points. Go red.
Science potpourri for 25.
Science potpourri, 25. Big one in that category. Teams, if you don't have a Bluetooth speaker on your smartphone, you can make one with a few paper cups and a toilet paper cardboard tube. In an instant, you have created one of these A-initialed speakers that rock bands.
Jason?
Laurel.
Jason?
Bladensburg. If you don't have a Bluetooth speaker on your smartphone, you can make one with a few paper cups and a toilet paper cardboard roll. In an instant, you have created one of these A-initialed speakers that rock bands use to blast their music.
Amplifier?
Amplifier. That's it. Good. Red. Go.
Zoo parade for 15 points.
Zoo parade for 15. Here's the question. After being gone from the wild for 130 years, California is celebrating the return of America's largest bird, a kind of vulture with a wingspan of over 9 feet. Name that bird, Aiden.
The bald eagle.
Not the bald eagle, good try. This California bird gone for 130 years. 9-foot wingspan, name it.
Vultures?
I said it was a kind of vulture. It's the California condor. The California condor. Go again, red.
Let's get physical for 20.
Physical for 20 points. Here's your question. Multiple choice. You can usually tell if a substance is a kind of sugar if its name ends in A-S-E, O-S-E, or I-T-E. A sugar always ends in what 3 of those letter combinations? Salome.
O-S-E.
O-S-E, glucose, fructose, dextrose, lactose. All of those are sugars. Good. Red, go. Thanks, Taj.
Body systems for 10 points.
Body systems for 10 points. If your specialty is acoustics, you learned a lot about what auditory sense.
Jason?
Come on, Laurel.
Sight. Sight.
Not sight. Nope. Bladensburg. If your specialty is acoustics, you've learned a lot about what auditory sense.
Taj.
Guitars. Guitars.
Hearing. Hearing. Auditory audio refers to hearing. Go again, red. Time's almost up.
Science potpourri for 15 points.
Science potpourri for 15. Question is as follows. Okay. Paper towels are perfect for demonstrating that water can be sucked up into the holes in paper against the pull of gravity. This C-initialed action also lets colored water flow upwards in a cut stalk of celery. That's called capillary action. Go again, red.
Science potpourri for 5 points.
Potpourri for 5 points. The TV series called The Octonauts features how many undersea creatures going on adventures to rescue other sea creatures, Bladensburg?
8.
8. Octo is a prefix for 8. Yes, indeed. Go. Red.
Dateline science for 5 points.
Dateline science for 5. Voyager 1, America's oldest spacecraft, launched back in 1977, is now outside of our solar system, and it's still working. Yes, on its way out, the last planet it passed in 1980 was this famously ringed planet. Laurel?
Saturn.
Saturn, that's it, absolutely right. Oh, and that just under the buzzer, and it looks like it wasn't quite enough. Looks like Bladensburg has done it. We'll double check that score and be back with you in just a moment. And welcome back, everyone. What a great game we had here. It was going back and forth and back and forth. That just testifies to how skilled these young people were. I'm so proud of all of them. I know you are too. Our final tally today is Bladensburg 170, Laurel 130. So Bladensburg, congratulations. Let's give them a nice round of applause. They came from behind. And for Laurel, a round of applause for wonderful playing here today. Let's go over to Laurel. Aiden, would you tell us who you brought with you today?
I brought our coach, Miss Winneman, and our alternate, Darren.
Wonderful. You both did a great job, and we loved having you here today. Come back and play our game again. And Salome, you have lots of folks to introduce, and it's complicated because a couple of them are twins, aren't they? Tell us who's who.
This is our principal, Dr. Williams. This is our vice principal, Miss Battle. This is our coach, Dr. Denga. And these are our two alternates, Ricardo and Gianna.
Thank you all for being here today. And as I say, we're proud of all of you, and I hope you had a great experience here today and come back and play our game again. Bladensburg, we will see you in the next game against Longfields, and we hope to see you next time on another edition of Science Bowl. Until then, I'm Dave Zarin. See you then. Bye-bye.